Okay, I just got back from my spring bear hunt from far eastern Ontario and also western Quebec.
Who made the second shot?
Very, very exciting for me. I did it with my bow, not a crossbow. That's a major accomplishment, and I praise the name of Jesus. So, this is the start of that trip of what took place. So, we went up there, Doris and I went up there, and Tyler Turgany, he invited us up there. His father welcomed us with welcome arms. It's just a wonderful family. We came in there. A friend of his is an outfitter there, so he sold me a license with a do-it-yourself hunt. So we were on our own. Tyler was the one actually baiting and me and kind of doing this kind of on our own, which is what I wanted to do. So the first thing that we did is Tyler had a very limited schedule, and he needed, if he's going to get a bear for me, because he wanted to help out the anatomy hunter, he was going to have to hunt real quick, real short, and go back. So here's what happened. We went about north of New Liskeard, about 15, 20 miles, and we're on up there. It was like a power line where they actually bury, I call it a power line here in the States, but up there they actually bury pipes where they take natural gas and it comes through there. Well, on the one side of it is a tamarack swamp, which is where he put the bait. On the other side of it is a tag alder swamp, which is where they had a platform up in the air. Now the platform was just a wide open platform on top of the tag alders. There's absolutely zero cover. So we went up there. Tyler trapped a beaver. He'd baited it a little bit. We put the beaver out, and we all sat in the ground. Him, his friend Luke, and myself. I was a cameraman down there. It was all set up, and they decided after they were sitting there for about an hour, they decided they were just too in the brush. They couldn't see if a bear was coming. So they decided to climb up on top this crazy platform. But there's no cover. So I'm underneath them, and I can see their legs dangling down above me. And they're in the wide open. And it's wide open in front of us here. And I'm sitting on my chair in the swamp. And all of a sudden they go, "Brian, there's a bear." So I'm looking for a long time. And I'm going, I don't see a bear to the left. I don't know if it's for the, long story short, here comes the bear there. I caught him in the camera. I took him all the way, over to the bait there. And they go, "Do you want me to shoot him?" And I go, "Yes," because it was a small bear. And to them, it's like they'd shoot the bear for me. He's got a limited amount of time. It's either shoot this one or get nothing.
Right. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm on him. Go ahead, shoot. Whenever you're ready. Shoot.
He shot, and I heard a thud, and I thought, he got the bear. And the bear just jumped and ran maybe 5 yards and stood there. So I thought he hit it good. It stood there. It's going to drop. So I'm filming it, but instead of dropping, the bear turns around and comes back and is going the other direction. Well, Tyler, who shot the bear, had one arrow. So he goes to his buddy Luke, and this is where the story is. I mean, it's kind of crazy for me. I'm sitting in a swamp. They're right out there in the wide open. He shoots and misses it. I didn't know he'd missed it when it came back. Until it came back, all of a sudden, obviously I had to realize that he did miss. So he asks his buddy Luke, you got an arrow? So he gives him an arrow. He pulls up, and of course, I'm below there. I don't know this is going on. And I'm filming, and all of a sudden, whack, he shoots. Now the bear runs away quick. So, okay, I figured he must have hit him. So it ran away. So I listened. No death moan. Okay. So then we took a look at the film. Actually, Luke, with his camera phone, filmed it. Is at 26 yards the shot was, and he saw it. And the bear was hunched up, and he hit way back. And I go, oh boy, that looks like maybe a liver shot. His dad later looked at it, thought maybe it's a gut shot. So at that point, I was nervous because I've shot 7 bears, and I haven't had one go over 50 yards. I've only had one didn't give a death moan. So the fact with no death moan and hitting far back, I was nervous. So then we go up there and we look. We can't find his first arrow, and we can't find hardly any blood. So then he starts body searching right off the bat. And instead of me being the cameraman that I'm supposed to, filming him and everything, I got into just hunter mode and friend mode and just started looking for the bear. We didn't find any blood. If we did, maybe there was just a little bit, but there was no blood trail. Let's put it that way. The next thing you know, Tyler said he found him. He went, I think we guessed 125, 150 yards. So we got the bear. I was thrilled. So I was really excited when we got him back. What are we going to find out of where it was that he hit him? Now we're to the exciting part. Here's what we're going to do. You've got to watch the video. I'm going to have you watch it again in slow motion. And after you've done watching it, I'm going to be able to ask you some questions. Now that you've watched the kill shot in slow motion, I want to ask you 4 questions. Okay, number 1, when Tyler shot the bear, do you believe that the bear was perfectly broadside? Do you believe it was quartering towards the hunter? Or do you believe it was quartering away from Tyler? Number 2, do you believe it was a kill shot? Number 3, what organs do you believe that he hit? Do you believe it was a double lung shot? Do you believe it was hit in the liver? Do you believe it was hit in the guts? What do you think? Okay, now we're going to deal with specifically where Tyler hit the bear on the entrance hole and the exit hole. And we're going to be dealing with the subject, the big picture of the middle of the middle. Now, those of you that haven't got in the middle of this controversy, when it comes to bears, it is extremely controversial where you shoot bears. Now, the whole point of the Anatomy Hunter is for me to not give you my opinion. It's to give you facts, truth that can be unargued. Okay, so in this situation on Tyler's bear, the reason I'm so excited about it is I've got some evidence that I could use in a court of law to help us answer that question. It's not going to answer it completely, but it's going to give us some pieces, some evidence. So here's what we know. When we examined the bear, which you'll see in the video, he went in at the 11th and 12th rib. The bears have 14 ribs. His arrow came out at the 9th and 10th rib. I actually got that wrong when I did it there because I missed one rib when I counted. Okay? And we've got beautiful proof. Here's where it went in. Here's where it came out. We showed the top view. It's just wonderful. So we then took the lungs out and we took a look at what did he hit inside the thorax cavity that killed it. So lo and behold, he hit where he did, which is about 3 inches in front of the back leg. 3 inches is what we're guessing it was. My wife Doris said 4, I'm thinking 3 inches. In front of the back leg, yet not only did he hit the lung on the entrance side there, he actually had room to spare. He could have been back even farther and hit the lungs. So it's like, wow, how far do the lungs end up going back? Wow, they go all the way back to the back leg, okay? Well, let me tell you, not so quick, because this brings up another subject that on his bear, which is so valuable to me, and that is this. Body position of the animal. When you shoot a deer, for the most part, they may be feeding, so their back's got a little hump to them, or they may be flat and their head's angled down. But bears are in many different positions. The bigger one that I was hunting this year I didn't get, He stood there and his back was straight. He was a weird, to me, he was a weird looking bear. He was just straight and his legs came straight down. He looked like he was a poorly mounted taxidermy bear. But if we go back and we take a look at the position of Tyler's bear when he shot it, his bear, which is why I've got him here, was similar to this in the fact that he was hunched up, okay? Now, when you take a look at where he hit it on the video, say 3 inches in front of the back leg, then when we take his fur coat off him, literally, we undress him and we show his carcass, we take a look at the actual entrance and exit hole, which cannot lie, it's way far forward from there. Well, how can you put those two of the things and make them fit? It's real easy. It's the horizontal body position of the bear. When he was alive and he shot him and he moved down, he hunched up and everything compressed and came together. When we hung him up, he was just the opposite. He was stretched out like a rubber band, very unnatural, where the back legs hung down. The front legs did hang down too, but the next thing you know, the distance from the front legs and the back legs looked this far as compared to where he's hunched up, which is why, as we're learning this, for me to scientifically answer questions, I have to have the ribs, and I have to have it when you end up sending me your videos. We have to see what rib on whatever the animal is where the arrow came in at and where it came out at. That is crucial, 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 but particularly to the bear with its body position. So now let's just get a few facts. When he was hung up there, Doris and I looked at it, and you can look at the video and see as well as I do. He hit basically in the middle of the middle when he's hung up like that. I think he actually hit past the middle. When I looked at it, when I was doing it live, I said it was in front of the middle. But when you come back there, I could probably take a ruler and we could get it perfect. But it was basically in the middle of the middle or back a little bit. When he was alive, he hit so far back when he was hunched up that he looked like he was going to hit the back leg, in that we thought, his dad thought he hit the guts, I thought he hit the liver, and he was way forward of that. So this is so beautiful, because as we get into making perfect shots on bears, studying the body position of the bear is so important. Because as we get into later videos, in the shape of the lungs of a bear is different than that of a deer, and that has to do with where you shoot them, forward or back. It's not that the lungs do not go forward or they do not go back. We're looking to find where are the lungs the tallest and the biggest in the distance from front to back, horizontal, so we put our arrow there. Okay, this is a perfect situation with Tyler's bear for me to tell and show you why I made this model. Because now I can take his bear, I can count where he went in at what rib, I can come here, drill my holes in the lungs, drill my hole on the other side, and I can put an arrow through and simulate it so you can see it in real time. So I'm gonna go in the back, I'm gonna show you the front first. I'm gonna put that there and take a look at. That is where his arrow, I'll put this plastic broadhead in if you've ever seen something like that before. That is where his arrow came out. Now I'm gonna turn this around and I'm gonna show you where this came in. Okay? Now, do you see that there? That shows you with that slight downward angle, him shooting at 26 yards, he was up about 7-8 feet, about the angle of where he hit it. And that will show you about how far in front of the back leg he went. And he clearly hit both lungs, but the bear was hunched up. If you take this same bear, you push him down, you flatten him out, you move the legs back, the next thing you know, there's measurements on him, totally change. And in this situation, it is an illusion that people that believe that you shoot at that last rib, they would say, there it is, you hit the back legs, the lungs go all the way to the back. Well, as you saw when we hung them up, that tells you that's not true, okay? So to me, from my research of all the bears that I've done in that, just the light of coming on the body position of bears, this is a huge deal. Do you think it is? Tell me what you think. I'm sure if you follow me on the Anatomy Hunter, you share my passion about wanting hunters to be able to kill more deer and wound less. For you to be able to help me, you could send me your videos to theanatomyhunter.org and you'll find a place that'll say perfect the shot and all the instructions are there. Thank you very much.